Temperatures may still be in the 90s, but the lazy days of summer are definitely over if this weekend's entertainment lineup is any indication. We've got new plays opening on local stages, there's an air show over Cocoa Beach, plus it's October, which means Halloween has arrived at Universal Studios in Orlando. There's also going to be a performance this weekend by popular musician and producer Christian Tamburr. Hi, I'm Suzy Fleming Leonard, and welcome to Today in Brevard Entertainment. We're going to tell you all about these things and more, but first, let's check in with Jennifer Sangalang and find out what's going on over at Brevard Metro Mix. Jennifer, can you give us the Zap report?
I can. Oktoberfest came a little early this year. We stopped by the Broken Barrel Tavern in Palm Bay on Friday night. The fun continued Saturday night. As you can see from these photos, people had a really good time.
It looks like there was a lot of beer consumed, and I really love those little alpine hats. That's a nice Oktoberfest touch to the party, I think.
Aren't those cool? Do you want to hear what our night owl did?
Sure. What's Casey been up to?
Well, Casey Dakotas made a stop at Long Doggers Beach Challenge in Indialantic on Saturday. A lot of people running and walking in their bikinis and board shorts. It was good times.
Sounds like fun. And I hear that Casey stopped in at the Young Professionals of Brevard event last Thursday in O'Galley.
There was an after party. Metro Mix sponsored it. There was a Metro Mix martini. It was pretty good.
You know, this looks like a really fun group of people.
Oh, they are. I had a blast hanging out with them.
I am so sorry I missed that event. Another Metro Mix specialty drink, I hear.
The Metro Mix martini. It was blue. It was good.
You have all the fun without me. Well, let's check out the video and see what you found out about this group.
Arts, culture, and electric blue martini. Metro Mix Brevard is in the house. I'm Jennifer Sangling with Metro Mix Brevard, and tonight we're hanging out at the Fall for the Arts after party in the garden at O'Galley Florist. We're going to go check in with the Young Professionals of Brevard and the Vivace Society. Let's go see what's up. So tell me about the YPB.
We are a group of young professionals in the Brevard County area. We currently have 200 members, right around 200 members. So we put on monthly socials at various different restaurants. So we have a really good time, good opportunity to meet a lot of people. We like to have fun.
Do you sing or dance or act or anything?
I used to dance, but no, just go to work and go to grad school.
Can you give me a little something?
No.
Maybe a little pirouette or something?
Maybe before, but not anymore.
I won a little MetroMix.com flask, stainless steel flask. Awesome.
Show it off.
Here you go, it's free.
Well, we had a really good time at the Fall for the Arts after party at O'Galley Florist. I want to thank the Vivace Society and the Young Professionals of Brevard, and you. Thanks for watching. It's Jennifer Sangling with Metro Mix Brevard. We'll see you next time.
And now the Young Professionals of Brevard have another event scheduled for this weekend, right?
They do. They have a scavenger hunt at 1 o'clock in Cocoa Village. They want you to meet at the Bank of America parking lot in the village.
And this is going to be an arts and culture scavenger hunt. That's hard for me to say. Arts and culture scavenger hunt.
Very good.
Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Have a good time.
And I think the main thing that they're asking is just that you register before you come. So if you can call Lead Brevard, we've got the number up on the screen. So just call and let them know that you're interested, and you can get more information about the event. So what else is on tap for this weekend?
There's another beer fest.
It's October. I guess we're going to get used to having one of those every weekend from here on out.
Every weekend. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, this event is at the Melbourne Square Mall.
And also, I mentioned earlier, there's going to be an air show in Cocoa Beach. That's going to be Saturday and Sunday. If you go down to Shepherd Park, it's going to be out over the ocean, so you can watch it from the beach. I think they have VIP seating and things like that too, so you can, if you want to spend a little money, you can get special parking, but it's free to just go out to the beach and watch the air show. It's going to be from about noon to 3:30 Saturday and Sunday, and there's going to be a preview show today too.
Speaking of watching people watch the air show, the Zap Squad will be out there on Saturday taking pictures of people out Shepherd Park about 2 o'clock. So if you want to get zapped, that's the time to go.
So if you get tired of doing like this, you can look down like this and smile for our camera. You know, and there's also, after you've spent the day at the beach, if you feel like having some fun in a nice air-conditioned environment, the Atlantic Music Center in Melbourne. This place, it used to be known for its fine pianos, but now it's kind of getting a reputation as being a great little recital hall. And they're going to be launching this season with a concert on Saturday night with Christian Tamburr, who is a local favorite. And he's going to be in our studio with us in a few minutes. But right now, Pam stopped by the Atlantic Music Center to get a preview of this season's concerts. So let's check out that, and when we come back, I'll introduce you to Christian.
Don't drive by this place too fast. You might miss out on one of the area's sweetest spots when it comes to music.
Hello, welcome to Atlantic Music Center.
Most people know that the Atlantic Music Center is home to some of the world's finest pianos.
We've been selling pianos in Brevard County for 19 years. We have some of the best pianos in the world.
But whether you play piano or not, you'll want to know about this location.
Some have said it's the best kept secret in Melbourne, but we hope that everyone will soon know about our concert series. And this is now our second season starting October 3rd. Christian Tamburr and his fabulously exciting jazz quartet is going to be our season opener. And we serve white wine and red wine, and that's free of charge. That's included with their $22 ticket.
The 99-seat concert hall was opened last year.
Well, the piano on stage is a Steingraber. The model is a 232. It's brand new in the United States. Steingraber has won the Paris Piano Competition as being the company that makes the best piano in the world. So many of our artists we actually lure here because they want the opportunity to play on that piano. But if that piano for some reason doesn't tickle their fancy, we also have Bosendorfers, we also have Vorik, we also have Pleyel, Steinways. They can take a pick.
It could remind some of intimate concert halls in larger metropolitan areas.
This is very similar to something you might find at Carnegie Hall in the recital halls. The acoustics are very alive, the instrument is top-notch, and also the musicians that you find here are the same type that you would find in New York City or Chicago or LA at the recital halls there.
If you want more information about this exciting second season of concerts at the Atlantic Music Center, call 768-2221.
I'm joined now by Christian Tamburr, and I got to tell you, folks, I love this guy. He's talented. He's got a sense of humor. And Saturday night, the Christian Tamburr Quartet.
Yep.
Only chance you're going to be able to see this group in Brevard County for the foreseeable future. So.
Well, for the end of the year, yeah. I think this will be our last performance here. Got a lot of stuff on the West Coast. We're very fortunate we'll be doing New Year's Eve at the Bellagio in Las Vegas. So a lot of the rest of the touring will be on the West Coast. So yeah, this is our last show here in the area.
Well, and last year you basically opened the Atlantic Music Center. You had the first concert that they did there.
Correct. Yes. Well, I used to go down to the music to play the pianos. Brian and Jeannie, they have such a beautiful place there. I used to go in and I used to play these beautiful pianos, and slowly but surely I became to have a really nice friendship with them. And they started talking about this idea of doing concerts in the store, and I said, well, it'd be really nice if there was a more specific venue for it. And they built this beautiful room now, moved locations. Now they're in this beautiful room, seats about 125 people or so.
I know you've been producing some music also.
Yeah, I love to. Yeah, no, that's a
CD,
new, very outside the box project that I did. I love to perform live, but I also love to produce. I love to arrange music, and this was a project that Elizabeth Ann brought to me of Messianic Jewish music, and I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. And at the end of the day, that was actually kind of a unique spin to it, because I put a very modern spin to music that traditionally has a pretty in-the-box kind of sound. And so this album really was a challenge, because I wanted to stay true to the heritage of the music that the Jewish music has, the drumming, the hand drums, as well as kind of the stylistic approach for the arrangements, but also bring something like Sting and Seal and some of the music that I grew up to listening, and could find a way to kind of mesh the two. So it's a really unique album. It's really cool.
And we've talked to her, and she says it's okay if we play some of this music over our closing credits today.
Yeah, you're welcome to. Yeah,
we're going to let people hear
Great.
hear what this sounds
Absolutely,
like.
you're welcome to. Quite a bit different than what we're doing on Saturday. Now, Saturday will be my quartet, and that's primarily Latin jazz, Brazilian jazz. I have a new Brazilian project that I'm going to have in 2010.
A new CD coming out.
We're going to be featuring Mr. Earl Clue on that. Incredible Grammy Award-winning guitarist will be on that project. So we'll be premiering a couple of those tunes on this concert, some of the traditional straight-ahead jazz, Great American Songbook music, so that'll be Saturday. But yeah, this is something completely different from that. But you know, it's me. People seem to find a common thread in whatever I do. I tend to, you can notice that it has my arranging style and voicings and so forth. Always kind of seems to carry through. So you know, both projects are completely cool.
And tell us a little bit about the Brazilian CD that you have coming out.
Sure. You know, people bug me all the time. When's the new CD coming out? When's the new CD coming out? Look, folks, if you want to send money my way, I'll give the address at the end of the thing. You're welcome. You know, to produce albums are very expensive, and so usually the way we do it is we produce an album every 2 or so years. We tour the album. We sell as many as we can, and then when people start itching, we do another project. Well, it's been 3 years, and people are losing their minds.
It's time.
So yes,
Christian.
obviously, it's time for me to take my hard-earned money and spend it for everybody else's benefit. Touring with Julio Iglesias, which I did for almost 2.5 years, spent a lot of time in South America, and loved the influence of the Brazilian music, the Latin American music, and I've always loved that music. And so kind of being in the thick of it, my writing has been inspired by it. And so I found myself starting to write more and more music of this Latin Brazilian style. And so I was like, well, you know what, let's do it. So we're doing a brand new album, and we'll be released in 2010 of Brazilian and Latin American music. Some really interesting arrangements, and I'm really happy to feature Mr. Earl Clue, who is multi-Grammy Award-winning guitarist, a nylon string guitarist, and he's just great. Good.
Well, Christian, thank you so much for coming.
It's my pleasure.
I hope that this year's concert goes as well and better than last year's concert.
Oh yeah, October 3rd, this Saturday at 7:30, Atlantic Music Center. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
Very good. And I know you're all going to want to go catch Christian's concert this weekend, but if you want to hear another type of music on local stages, there's going to be a musical performance at the Henegar Center. This is the musical Lucky Stiff, which is going to be opening Friday night. Let's check out the clip.
We're starting at the beginning, the top.
The Henegar Center's Red Carpet Productions has been busy rehearsing Lucky Stiff, an offbeat comedy opening Friday, October 2nd. The director, Maureen Fallon, calls it zany with touches of the Marx Brothers. The show is about a man who inherits $6 million from an uncle he's never met. The will requires him to take the uncle, although deceased, to Monte Carlo. While there, he meets sordid characters who have their eye on that money.
Put your glasses on.
I just hate glasses, don't you? Look, this is an emergency.
If you want to have a great laugh, this is a show to come to because the songs are full of frivolity, the lines are very, very quick, and the jokes indescribable.
Now, I said earlier that it is October, which means that Halloween is right around the corner. And that also means that there are lots of Halloween-related things going on this weekend. The first one I'm going to tell you about is the Vamp Ball. This is going to be Saturday night at the Brevard Zoo. It's going to be presented by the Precision Contemporary Dance Company. This is a nonprofit that brings dance to underserved youth in the area. The event is going to include some spooky dance exhibitions and some spooky art. They're inviting people to come dressed as their favorite vampires and join in the fun. There's also going to be a show by the Brevard Theatrical Ensemble. This is their Is It So or Not show. That's going to be Friday and Saturday at the Melbourne Village City Hall. And of course, Halloween Horror Nights has arrived at Universal Studios in Orlando. We sent Autumn Shrum and videographer Caroline Perez to Orlando last weekend to check out opening night. Luckily, they made it back safely.
You know that feeling when you're watching a horror movie and you're on the edge of your seat and you're really, really scared? Well, that's what it feels like all the time here at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Orlando. Hi, I'm Autumn Shrum, and I'm with Florida Today, and I am here for Ripped from the Silver Screen. That's the theme of this year's Halloween Horror Nights.
Now, we're going to see some of your favorite horror movie characters like Chucky, Wolfman, and Jigsaw from the movie Saw. So why don't we go on a little tour?
Well, each house has its own unique quality. Everything is designed to give the most impact scares. And this year we definitely strive for the biggest and the most scariest event we've ever done. This year is probably the biggest amount of collaboration with various film groups. We were all about bringing the films to life, basically ripping them from the silver screens. And for us, we met with the film groups from the picture groups, our own Universal Pictures, to do the Wolfman and Chucky. We actually worked with the people from Lionsgate to do Saw. We also went back in our own history of Universal qualities and looked at the classic monsters from Frankenstein and Dracula, but we created all new versions of them this year. So yes, it's a process in design. It's all about the details. And Universal and Halloween Horror Nights is all about bringing these fantastical things to life and getting them in your face and making them extreme and intense that you've never seen before.
Now, they say this year's Halloween Horror Nights is the scariest year ever. So I'm going to start with a house that I think might not be as scary as the others. I'm going to start with Chucky, the doll who runs around killing people. He can't be so bad, right? Now tell me what you just screamed when you came out of the Chucky haunted house.
There's Chucky's everywhere. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was one of the better houses I think I've seen here.
Yeah.
Are you big Chucky fans?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Chucky. The Child's Play movies are our favorite horror movies. So
Any killer
she
doll
loved this.
movies, I'm all about.
Have you seen them all?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
A ton. Yeah.
So what was the best part of this house?
Just everything. Chucky was
yeah,
everywhere.
Chucky
It
was
really
everywhere.
Now, the 6th installment of the Saw movies is coming out this month, and we're here at the Saw Haunted House. Now, this house is super scary, I hear, and it has a 60-minute wait time. So if you're going to come, you might want to plan your trip wisely and plan to wait a while. And that's Jigsaw you hear in the background, and he sounds pretty scary to me, so I don't know if I'm going to make it through this one, but we'll see. Brace yourself. I saw that coming. Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you scream?
A lot, actually.
Yeah, she didn't let go the whole time.
I knocked him out halfway. It was
She
pretty
made
fun.
me more scared by grabbing onto me than I was scared at some parts.
It fits the movies. I mean, I've seen all the movies. I can't wait to see the 6th, so.
What was the best part of this house for you?
The guy that was in the chair and his face was coming through, that had to have been the sickest part.
Did you scream?
Yeah.
What else have you seen tonight that you liked at Halloween Horror Nights?
Dracula was good, Frankenstein, werewolves, they just came out of nowhere. And when you're going out, that werewolf that sat on top scared the living crap out of me.
What do you think was the scariest part of the scariest house that you've seen tonight?
So far, Saw.
Well, I made it through a couple houses, and I made it through the night without getting chased by anybody.
That looked a little too intense for me. I think I will leave Halloween Horror Nights to Autumn and Caroline. Well, we're glad you could join us today. We hope you enjoyed our show. If you want more information about the things we talked about or about other things going on in Brevard County, visit our website at floridatoday.com or brevard.metromix.com. From all of us at Today in Brevard and Florida Today, have a great weekend.